What is up, everybody? That reminded me of the song "Everybody." You know what's one of those. Anyway, so welcome back to another episode of Unpredictable. Today I got a very special guest with me. Today I have a friend for I don't know, what are we thinking? Like 12 years now?
Yeah, it's 20, probably 20, bro.
It's been a very long time. But me and Danny go way back. I think we started being friends back in UBC camp. I think you came up to me and you were like, yo, you want to come over? I think we've been best friends ever since then.
Simple as that. Yeah, play ball against each other our whole lives and shit. And never on the same team, never allowed to be on the same team. But, throughout the years, just sleeping over, shit like that, friendship shit, brothership. But everything escalated. He went to high school, I went to high school, played against each other. He went to college, started killing shit. I didn't go to college, went, the work way. And, yeah, man. And then, unfortunately, things happened, and here we are,
Yeah.
Trying to tell the story of my brother against the odds.
We had a little bit of a different road. I would say that to keep it blunt.
Yeah, man.
But again, we started this friendship back in UBC. I don't know, we were like 8 years old or whatever it was. And that's right, we weren't allowed to be on the same team. I think it was just because we were too good, plain and simple. Man. We were too good at the game. So I think before every week of that camp, what was that dude's name? That I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about? I know what he looks like. I got his face in my head.
Instructors and shit?
Yeah. But he would come up to us the beginning of every camp, before everything even started. He would just say, listen, you two immediately separated. We can't have you two on the same team.
I think he's a Farrell stud, actually. I think it was...
Was it Elwell?
I think. I don't want to say.
Yo, do you remember when...
Him or like Hood. Remember John Hood? Remember that dude, the guard? I don't know. Air base. Hood? Like that. Yeah, remember him?
I don't remember.
He was a couple years older than us.
I remember playing Doug Elwell one-on-one, and no one believed me that I beat him. I don't even know if you
remember that.
All right, well, listen, I do remember that they would give us, like, the cookies and shit. Those Edelman cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you would love
the
those.
Lindens, guys.
The Lindens, yeah. You would walk out of your house, like, every day with a thing of Lindens cookies. It was straight hysterical. But, yeah, so we went to UBC camp. Then we developed, like, the craziest relationship ever. But, so UBC camp we kind of grew out of that, and we stayed friends. Then the high school days came, and you went to New York.
Yeah,
I went to Farrell.
Yeah, we're still connected though. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean,
if anything,
going out life, social life.
If anything, I think we were closest during those years. Like, it was kind of weird. We still chilled like daily.
Yeah, for sure.
But that is pretty wild to think that
it's funny keeping that friendship, not even going to the same school.
Never went to the same school one time.
Yeah, a lot of people can't do that. They connect with people they see every day and whatnot, bro. I would see you like fucking 3 times a month, whatever. The weekends, this, that, and just like that. It's like we never, missed a beat type shit.
No, never. That was the thing, bro. Because then we got obsessed with the sneaker game.
Oh yeah.
The sneaker game.
The travelers.
Yeah, we would hop on the express bus and we would just dive straight to Flight Club.
There was like three of them, and we would go to all 3, bro. You try to sell a few kicks, I'd buy it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we would trade and sell and all that.
We always had like a sneaker in mind. I remember mine was the Breads. I wanted the Bread 13s. My man up there got the 13s on right there.
Bro, the Flint 12s, bro. The 12s, 10s.
The Flint 12s were fire, man.
My favorite ball kicks, dude.
When you cop those, that was the day. We were all very excited. That's when we were chilling with Acanero. Acanero had a pretty crazy game. Yeah.
Shout out Mike Ock.
But then, so after high school, I went to school. I went to FDU for that stupid year. I think that was just a waste of time. Yeah, but that's when I kind of distanced myself. But before I left for school, I got my concussion my senior year.
Hey, bro, no one thought none of that shit, man.
I didn't even think any of it either.
I was like, I got hurt in ball, whatever. I didn't think. Yeah, bro, and then. Looking back, bro, who would have thought? You actually were very good at hiding that was that serious. But obviously, because you don't want heads to start, jumping conclusions and whatnot.
But I got the concussion, and standard protocol when you get the concussion is you have to go do the EKG, the heart thing, where they stick all the shit here. EKG. Had to do the EKG. There was the MRI. There was blood work. All this nonsense. So when they got that MRI back, it came back that there was a shadow, a little shadow in the back of my brain. So I didn't know how serious it was until I saw my doctor at Columbia University. When I initially found out, it was it was weird. Like, you know, like I feel like my whole life, at least as long as I've known you, both of us were extremely competitive people. Like that was a big part of our whole work ethic, our mentality is we wanted to be the very best at what we did.
Yeah, you know, I'm not trying to throw like shade and nothing towards myself, but bro, you definitely outshine me and whatnot. You know, like we were competitive and whatnot, but you know, when it came to college, you outshine me. You know,
we were
also Connor, bro. You guys shot up. You guys did your thing and all that shit. And I just kind of faded from ball. I didn't have, you know, the right view of you know, like. Okay. I didn't have good guidance. You guys going to Catholic school. I think you had, you know, college.
Okay.
That. I was like, yo, fuck school. Well, I'm gonna go work. You know what I'm saying? But so you guys escalated. You guys did your thing.
I think basketball. Where I played my best basketball was probably, you know, either in the park.
Oh yeah.
Like the way I played in a park versus at Farrell was completely different. Then I went and played AU ball, LTS, with like, you know. Yeah, right, it was a different scene out there.
You and Connor consistently played travel and whatnot. You guys shot up, and I was like, yo, you know.
I would always tell you that you were filthy. Though.
Yeah, I only cared about dribbling. You know, I didn't get buckets. I just wanted to drop people. That's all I cared about. You know, I watched those street ball videos. All I cared about was dropping people. I didn't even care about. Bro, I don't care if I drop someone. I turn the ball over. I do not care. I'm satisfied. Wrong mentality of basketball. That's why I did not play college ball. Did not care about going to college. You know what I'm saying? I'll just do my thing in the street parks. Whatever.
Realistically, that's a humongous fact. I don't think there's any lies right there. That's mad funny.
I don't even care. I don't dwell on it. You know, I just.
Yeah. So I went to FDU for that year, and that's when I kind of distanced myself from pretty much everybody. It wasn't just you or that crew. It was pretty much everybody.
You know, your own path, you know,
but that's kind of a year where I kind of put my whole injury aside. Like, I knew in the back of my head, no pun intended, you know, but I knew that I had this shit going on, but I chose not to worry about it. I didn't want to tell anybody.
Yeah, bro, you hit it extremely. I didn't even know it was that supreme, bro. Like, no one knew until
Until it happened, like it was kind of weird.
2-3 years ago,
yeah. So
you had this, you know.
Well, it was crazy because then I came back after school, and that's when, I mean, we chilled a lot when I got back from school. I don't know if you remember, we chilled a lot when I was at CSI for that 1 year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's when I went from going to see my doctor like every 6 months to every. I don't know, it was like every 2 months or whatever that. So once that started happening, it started to get a little fishy, you know, like I started to worry a little bit more. Then, you know, when I got back from school, we hit the gym like extremely hard. I was
that's when I finally got my weight up. I was twig, you know. Bro.
We both were though. We were extremely skinny individuals back then. Yeah. But anyway, so I started going every 2 months, and then we started hitting the gym, and then the pre-workout and the caffeine started kicking in, and then one day I just dropped. Bro. I just fainted. I don't think I've ever even told anybody exactly how it happened.
Until right now, bro.
But I was working nights. I think I was working in the Empire State Building, and I got home like 8 a.m. and I went to the gym like later on that day, and I took pre-workout. I got home and I was getting ready to go to work. I went to get in the shower and just fucking collapsed, hit the floor. So I woke up and I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? I didn't know. I had no idea what was going on. So, you know, I had to go see my little doctor there. Did the MRI, and this was the craziest shit ever. So, like straight out of a movie scene. So I sat down, he showed me his brain scan. I don't know if you've seen what a brain scan looks like. Like, it's pretty much exactly what you would see in the movies.
Yeah, the movies and shit, yeah.
So he shows me the brain scan, and this brain looked perfectly fine. I mean, I'm no expert when it comes to looking at brains, but this brain was tip-top. It was looking nice shape, nice shape. So he goes, oh, wait, this is the wrong one. So immediately when he said that, I was like, yo, my shit's got to be messed up. I mean, I got to, something's got to be messed up. So he showed me mine. Lo and behold, there was the hole or whatever, the shadow on the back of my brain. He says that the benign tumor, so benign is non-cancerous. So my specific tumor wasn't cancerous. He says it grew about to the size of like an acorn, maybe a little bit bigger than an acorn. But so it grew significantly from when I first found out about it. So then he gave me the ultimatum. He was like, do you want to have the surgery now? And I would have potentially lost my last 3 weeks of college. Like, I was getting ready to graduate from St. John's when this happened. So I could have had the surgery now, or he said, you can wait, until you graduate, and we can have the surgery a week after you graduate, which is ultimately what I chose to do. Yeah. I mean, he obviously told me, listen, you can just roll the dice and you don't even have to have the surgery. But God forbid, I didn't want to have to, I don't know what would have happened if I would have, waited. So then, I had the surgery, and I mean, pretty much everything fucking changed after that. I mean, the person I once was completely gone. I honestly do not remember what I was like. I don't remember any of that shit.
Yeah, dude. When that, that happened to you, and I had not to fucking make the light on me and whatnot. I was going through my own shit too, man.
Absolutely.
And
that's one thing I will always preach, bro. Dude, everyone goes through their own shit, bro.
Bro, it didn't even seem real when that shit was going on. Yeah. I had to when you went in for your surgery, because I remember prior knowing about it and whatnot, but when you went into your surgery, that's when it hit me, bro, this kid got a life-death surgery going on. My best friend, bro, what the fuck is wrong with me? Fuck your life, direct all your attention to him. Bro, this kid could not make it, you know what I'm saying? And it was I was so I don't know, I didn't even want to think of it that way. It felt so unreal until, the rides with Stefano constantly to Harlem, to the neuro hospital, and seeing you, you know what I'm saying? Seeing you with the iPad, seeing you not even moving, bro, talking to Taylor, your mother and whatnot, seeing everyone just so down and whatnot, and talking to your father, and everyone, it's not normal, because your family, my second family, my whole life, seeing them, always up and active and whatnot, and just seeing them so down, I was like, holy fucking shit, bro, it took me to get here and see you like this to understand the circumstances of how serious they are. Bro, I was upset with myself and whatnot. I used to tell Stefano, bro, I can't believe, bro, I didn't take this as seriously. I thought you were just going to go in, get some fucking whatever.
So bro.
And then I see you, bro, with an eye patch and doctors. I'm always listening, your mother at least always let us listen out when the doctors, would talk to them. And, I would talk to Stefano and whatnot, and they would tell us, he can't see out of his eyes, no vision. He's got to learn how to walk, or talk, all this. And then I remember when you told me that fucking bitch. She was like, "Yeah, never gonna run again."
Yeah, that's stupid. I was just gonna call her such an upsetting name. I can't call her.
No, that shit. No, because I hope that shit.
But she realistically,
to tell someone that is nuts. It's all good, she's doing a job.
I think everyone knows what name I was about
the
to
odds are crazy and whatnot, but she's doing a job.
You don't
but
tell somebody
nuts.
they can't do something.
And for you to be able to run a year later exactly was a big fuck you to that
it
woman,
was,
bro. That was nuts, man. I was away as well. I was away as well when you ran. So we get into that. So I'm in the military, I'm in the army and whatnot, and I deployed the worst time.
You deployed I'm pretty sure it was 9/11. It was around September 11th. I don't know why. Because I had my surgery June.
Oh, it's 13.
July.
Yeah. Bro, I'm thinking, bro, 9/11.
So
that was.
You had left. Again, I'm not putting the light on me. All right. You had left when I was at probably the lowest time, because I just got home from the hospital. I think I was still in the wheelchair, or I had just gotten out of the wheelchair, which was a fucking slap in the face being in a wheelchair. I mean, that's just a terrible, terrible feeling. But yeah, I think you had left September.
Yeah, bro. We'd spoken a few words, and we were and I was like, "Yo, John, listen, bro, I'm fucking timing sucks. Stefano's gonna be there for you. Verdi's gonna be there for you. Right. You got support and whatnot. Your fam's fucking there 24/7. But I'm leaving at the worst time and whatnot, and just get through it, bro. You know how strong you are. You know you're competitive. You know you're not gonna let this fucking just ruin your life. And clearly,
well, I'll tell you one thing.
But
so obviously, I was left in a pretty fucked situation. I had a lot of shit stacked up against me. I say it a lot. I don't think a lot of people thought I'd be in the position I am today. But a big part of my inspiration, I guess, part of why I've worked so hard is because I knew you had dipped at a time where I was probably at my lowest point.
That shit sucked.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always kept in the back of my head, like when Danny gets back, I'm gonna be a completely different individual.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that shit.
So I always kept that in my mind. I kept that in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to like it really was. It was a constant motivation for me to prove a lot of, not just you, but prove a lot of people wrong.
Yeah.
But when you had left, we kept in contact, but we spoke a lot because you got lucky. Yeah. You were able to you had Wi-Fi and whatnot, so we were able to speak
weekly. Absolutely.
And hands down, the biggest thing that we kept in touch about was books.
Yeah, man. And prior to deployment, I didn't give a fuck about reading and shit.
It's crazy. Man? Before my surgery, I didn't care about books.
Yeah. But you gotta develop mental toughness on deployment because it's hours of boredom and seconds of terror, just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People watching this who follow me and whatnot, and follow him in the military, they know how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting fucking doing nothing, and then all of a sudden you get an IDF. Indirect fire. It's fucking just like that. So you always gotta be prepared when so you have to have strong mental. Prior to deployment, I didn't give a shit about nothing, and I was a wildcat. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting wrecked and all that. But coming back from that, man. I read about 13 books on deployment. Always sharing with you. Read this. Easily. Cognitive brain performance. That. Just trying to help them out, and then just mental shit. We're working out. That's what introduced us to. Jocko Willink, David Goggins.
I give you all the credit in the world to David Goggins.
A few other cats that just make you go. A lot of people know it now.
And what? It's crazy because I feel like once we started shouting out Goggins, because we quickly became deadly obsessed with this guy's work ethic and his whole
he's
his
a nut,
whole
bro.
thing. He's a nut.
And
he's crazy.
He made up last year. He made up this challenge for 4 for 48.
Oh,
and this clown tagged me in it. He was like, yo, I already know you're going to do it. And, on deployment, you have a lot of time down, but it's all self-discipline to train and stay, big and whatnot and all that, working out and staying in shape. And I was like, yo, this weekend I'm off. Hopefully we don't get fucking hit with nothing. I'm doing this shit.
So what is the fourth?
It's you got to run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours straight. You know what I'm saying? So if it takes you 20 minutes to do 4 miles, you got 3 hours and 40 minutes to sleep. Because if it's overnight, because you're gonna do it all day, right? And then obviously you got to sleep at night. But you got 3 hours, 3 hours and 20 minutes to sleep. If you do it in 40, you know what I'm saying? It alters, but you can't sleep through the next hits to do the 4 miles. And you do 48 miles in 2 days, it's pretty much back-to-back marathons. And it's fucking nuts. But what it does is when you do it, you have a callous mind. I know he
the
says
callous
that
mind. Yeah, the callous mind.
It's something when you feel like you're you're a pussy or you're weak and shit, or something in life hits you, some insecurity hits you, some nonsense in life, because we all get screwed by life. You look back I did that shit. No one does that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's the big thing. That's what kept me. I was so inspired by him because what he came from, the fact that I don't know how much weight he lost in that.
He lost 300 pounds twice.
Crazy, and then he it was just extremely inspirational. But the fact that we were able to keep constant touch, we were able to talk about all these books, and that was a huge. It wasn't just a huge reason for me to continue working as hard as I did, vice versa for you, but it kept my mind pretty occupied.
Yeah,
when I had to, hearing from you about different, books, whatnot, whether it was Goggins, I know we spoke about Jocko, all that good stuff. But yeah, that wasn't just about working working out, whatever. That was literally like mentality. That helped me, like what Goggins says, a calloused mind. That helped me put in the right shit in my head that kept me on a direct path to where I want to be, where I want to be.
Yeah, that's what I remember. We both agreed. We like, yo, I don't even work out to like keep like the body looking nice. I just work out for my mental like clarity. I remember we both like agreeing to that, and I was like, bro, same here. You know what I'm saying? I do it to get my brain right and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, yeah.
I mean, that's a huge.
Yeah, that was a huge thing though. Like being like two separate places and then still keeping in touch and still getting after and using each other as motivation and whatnot. Because I was like, bro, this kid is just learning how to run again, walk again. Like, you have to get after it 24/7. You have to stay like on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Never mind being where I was at, but just like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your boy's back at home. He could have been, he could be dead, but he made it through. And now look at him, bro. He's, you know what I'm saying? Relearning how to see, talk, walk, and now he's running. You know what I'm saying? Like, I showed all my boys in my unit that video. I was like, yo, this is my best friend forever. This kid went through blah, 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 this surgery, bro. His cerebellum, he couldn't walk, no balance in him. Relearned all that in 1 year. Doc told him he couldn't run. And they're like, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting after it because of you too, bro.
I mean, at the time, I hated
that whole unit. I only had like 5 of them, but I showed them. You know what I'm saying? But
at the time, I mean, I really hated that woman for saying that to me. The fact that she thought it was okay to tell someone they were never going to do something, especially, you don't tell that shit to me. I don't know how anybody else would react to that certain situation, but when that woman said that to me, it was almost like a switch went off my brain. Was like, all right, well, now it's fucking go time.
Bro, listen, never mind that, bro. Just the whole surgery, bro. You know, people who probably watch your podcast, like, bro, what else is he going to talk about? This and that. They probably talk all that shit. But I guarantee you, anyone out there, bro, who will go through that shit, they wouldn't even try to, you know what I'm saying? What's the word? Lack of a better word. Get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, progress. And
right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Easily. You know, like, they would just give up.
Well, that's a main goal of why I'm doing this. No one
would have that drive to try to become better because no one has the competitiveness you had. Obviously, they don't know you and whatnot, but you were never going to let that take you down and whatnot. And getting into coming home from deployment, bro, seeing this kid completely transform. You know, I'm proud of him. He's fucking. So he's pushing weight heavier than people who've been going to the gym for years still.
That's one thing. People like when people see me, they don't necessarily.
They look down.
They don't. No, not even that. Like, if you were to just see me in the gym, you wouldn't assume that I have all these.
Oh yeah, they had no idea.
All these issues or whatever.
No,
so that's a good and bad thing. I don't know, because it's a good thing because people don't see how bad I'm actually struggling. You know what I'm saying? But it's also a bad thing because it makes me think, okay, these people must think, you know, I'm this strong individual in the gym or whatever, but they don't necessarily understand like what's actually going through my head.
I think you had no problem with getting into the gym you had no problem upper body. The real test was like your legs.
My legs, my balance. Yeah, that was huge. Remember that? You had gone back, actually when you got back, so you saw
you hitting the Smith heavy.
Right. You saw what I was like before, obviously after surgery. Again,
Smith machine, you have a lot of support if you don't go to the gym and you're watching this.
Well, yeah, so balance. So balance, if you're struggling from any type of balance issues, deficiencies, whatnot, the Smith machine should be your best friend. I mean, I'm almost 3 years out of my surgery, and I still use the Smith machine pretty much every single day I'm in the gym. I think it's incredibly important for, what's the word? Range of motion.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, I focus a lot on range of motion, depth when I'm squatting. It's extremely important. I know one thing I still struggle with a lot today is when you're unracking weight, when you squat, the foot placement. Like taking heavy weight and taking that step back. My left foot,
still got that lack of
left foot kind of drifts. It's hard for my brain to my foot connection to know where it's going. Yeah. So that's why I go with the Smith machine, because I don't got to focus that heavily on, on the balance part, and that allows me to work the muscles, and it's a pretty huge reason why I'm confident and why I'm successful in the gym. But as far as, again, you saw what I was like immediately after surgery. I mean, it was a weak point.
There was no gym.
There was nothing. No, what? There was not even a conversation of me walking to the gym. But you had gotten back. Your deployment was how long? It was like 2 years or a little less?
No. 11 months.
11 months. I was way off.
So good. 2 years. But yeah, bro, I got back and I was like, first things first, saw you, bro. Like, not to sound like this, absolutely judge you, seeing your like physical performance and how you walked and whatnot. And I was like, wow. Because when I left, bro, we were walking with a little weird walk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like, because the left side you were lacking support. And bro, I'm like, yeah, this kid completely transformed, And then it only was a matter of time before we, hit the weights together. And you're putting up the same weight as me, and then we're squatting, and you're free weighting 315 plus, and I'm like, let's get it back.
Yeah, I mean, when you were gone, I mean, I worked on a lot.
I'm sure.
Like, I worked on a lot,
and the thing about that is, bro, no one's helping you out, bro. You don't got no physical therapist.
And you know me, bro. I'm extremely stubborn when it comes to help.
Yeah,
like, I don't like
do it on your own.
Yeah. I hate that, and the fact that I was put in such a position where like I kind of needed help and pretty much every single aspect of life, furious, I hated it. Yeah. I hate it because
you telling me that.
I don't like. Listen, it's nice when people show you sympathy. I get that.
They really don't give a fuck.
My hat's off to you. Like all that sympathy shit's all nice and whatever, but then there's over sympathy, and that's what I saw a lot of. Everybody
baby and shit.
Like. Just like being like that person where someone is constantly checking up to see if you're okay. Again, it's nice for like the first like maybe 30 seconds. Okay. But then,
I was gonna say months, but
30 seconds. Not a year.
Yeah.
But when it's constant and it serves like a reminder to myself that like, all right, well,
they don't see you progressing in the way that you want to progress.
I hated that.
And that's why they're showing that type of support.
I hated that. I still do fucking hate it, to be completely honest with you. If someone, like, I rarely ask for help. I don't care how bad I'm struggling. It's probably my biggest weakness right now is that I never ask for help. I might, but
that's a strength you have, bro. Like a lot of people,
I like to deal with things on my own.
I like. Don't get twisted. I'm not superior in anything, bro. I'm a clown too. But you
bro,
you have
street smart.
We've been through shit that we you know what I'm saying? Like, like it's very easy to like think we're just talking, shit, but it's like it's not like that, man. Like we actually like been through shit. Like we're authentic in our own way, bro. Like everyone's talking that shit on Instagram and all that you could just see right through that fake shit, And it's just that's not how it is here. Man, that's why I was so happy. I'm so happy you're doing the podcast. Like, I remember fucking a year and a half ago, you talking about doing it, and I was like, yeah. Like, I didn't have doubts, but I was like,
right. I knew. I would start speaking about the podcast. I started mentioning the fact that I wanted to do it.
Did the first 12 episodes alone. Got Steph on it. I was gonna hop on this, and it's huge. It's huge. It's like your own personal growth, bro. I don't care about the judgmental shit that everyone watching it is gonna say, but it's huge, bro, because no one had the balls to do this shit, bro. Even if they went through your surgery, not to cut you off again, because I always do this, bro, they wouldn't even try to be at where you're at right now. You know what I'm saying, bro? They wouldn't go to the gym, bro. They'd be like, you know what I'm saying? They just they want people to feel bad for them and do nothing to help themselves. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly. Yeah. No, you're exactly right, because that's a huge part of why I'm so passionate about doing this podcast. But it's a reason why I do this podcast. I got to show people who are not willing to speak up about certain shit that they should speak up, because there are plenty of people out there that want to hear this. And this goes back to my whole mentality. If you don't agree with what I'm doing or how I'm doing it, then I hate to be mean, but you can kindly fuck off.
I think it's huge. You doing this shit for the people
there's
the Brave Minds Project and
all
that, bro.
There's plenty of people struggling.
People like that, bro, who really do need it. And people who are still going through it, who are having surgery right now today.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that.
And the fact that for people like the fact that May is mental health awareness.
Absolutely.
You gotta honestly think about. There are people actually struggling extremely hard. bad. Like people struggling way worse than I.
People who didn't even go through surgery. You know, like
people struggle, bro. And that's a huge thing. Is people are so reluctant to share what's on their mind because they're scared of what other people think. And I think that's honestly bullshit. Because, I mean, again, I hate being arrogant. I hate speaking about myself in a kind of way. But I worked for this shit. I worked extremely hard to be in the position I am today. And if anybody has the audacity to speak about what I'm doing in a negative way, or they have some type of fucking bullshit, criticism towards me, then I take it with a grain of salt.
The only reason anyone would criticize anything you're doing is because they have their own insecurities, or they're mad that they didn't start some shit like this, or they're dealing with their own problems, and they're just taking the heat out on you, it's so simple.
That's
everyone's dealing. Look at it. Though. Everyone's dealing with their own shit.
If someone's got to say negative shit about what you're doing, it's most likely because they're jealous that they're not doing the same thing. And I know people struggle to speak about certain shit. They're scared of what people think of them, or whatever the case may be, but you never know until you try. And back to me, I worked extremely, extremely hard to be in the position I am today. I still do work very hard. How hard I work. I don't go out. I don't do any of that bullshit, bro. My eye is on the prize at all times.
You're on the path,
I want to, I want to change lives. I want people to hear this. I don't care about getting paid. I don't care about making money. I don't care about any of that, material bullshit. The fact that I can use, this little microphone here, this little camera bullshit to, consistently inspire and motivate other people through my actions, that's enough for me. And
that just shows you a good heart, bro. A lot of people Photoshop that shit, bro. They try to speak motivational shit on Instagram and shit and all that.
I'm all for it. I'm okay. Listen, if you're passionate about doing it, then you go ahead and you do it. That's fine with me. I'm happy for you. But it's one thing to talk the talk. Mm-hmm. But if you never made the walk, then you're a phony piece of shit. I'm sorry to be mean, but if you've never actually been through a situation where you had to dig yourself out of a fucking very, very deep hole, then you really don't have any business speaking about it. That's a huge reason why I'm doing this podcast, because I got to shed some light on the fact that certain people, talk about all this motivational bullshit, this inspirational shit, but realistically, they copy and pasted a picture off fucking Google. And that's something that, listen, I'm not about that. I don't think that's right. Phony bullshit.
People living their life, bro, doing their thing, bro. It's just nothing to do with you. We're not adding anyone. It's just out there. Bro.
No, I'm not directing this message to anybody. But again, if you've never dealt with something that really took some type of adversity, like your back wasn't against the wall, but you speak about how you think you were in a tough position, like maybe someone twisted a fucking ankle and they automatically assume there's some type of superhero. Listen, maybe you are. I'm not going to say you're not, but you don't go preaching about the fact that you can overcome fucking anything. That's not what this is about. That's not what this podcast is going to be about. No shot. But listen, Dan, the fact that we were able to sit down and we were to talk about some of the shit, because I don't think we ever had an actual chance to speak about a lot.
Yeah, bro, nice and easy, just like that, bro. Just to
casual conversation,
bro,
But again, extremely happy that we finally got to do this. I know a lot of people want to, hear what you had to think. I know I really want to hear what you had to think. But again, dude, extremely grateful that you were able to sit here. We were able to do this. Hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah,
what do you think? Maybe we'll knock something out. For sure. All right. So everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Unpredictable with my guy Danny over here.
Sure.
Please Share this with all your family, your friends. Tell them to tell their family, their friends, all that good stuff. Listen, it's going to, I'll greatly appreciate it. It'll mean the world to me. So let's remember, it is always, always a good day to have a good day. I'm going to catch you on the next one.